Hey there, folks. How you doing? Oh, I forgot to take Pim off. He's not here. It's just me. Just me this evening. Good to have you in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Doing a little solo cast tonight. We've got Pim is playing with Anamik. So we got Nyan Curl against VeDi. Thought we'd throw something over here on the do and try things out, So hope you guys enjoy a little Sunday solo work by me. I'm going to try to not mess up the cameras, but we all know how that goes. I'm going to just try to get the hang of things. Looks like they are just finished. Nope, Dirk is about to throw his LSD. Do we want to watch that? Let's watch that, because I've been on camera enough today. So let me see if I get the right camera. We want the near one, which is yellow. And then we're going to put it on. There we go. So we can track this one all the way in. Pim and Anamik, I arrived just as they were throwing their LSDs, and both they were in the house, but like just biting in the back. So I think as long as one of these is somewhere near the middle of the house, this is going to be VeDi's hammer, which the scorecard is already set up for. So brilliant. We've got a couple of other matches going on tonight. Let's try not to make too much noise. Over on sheet A, it is, let me get up and look. Game of Stones against Jose and Michelle. And on sheet C, it is IDK against SD Rocks. So lots of doubles action going on tonight. I will be trying to keep up with those. But, of course, our main focus is always, as always, going to be sheet B. VeDi against Nyan Curl. My prediction, I'm going Nyan Curl. Sticking with my boy Pim, my broadcast partner. They're on a roll. They are currently undefeated, 3-0 in league play. So I think they are going to be looking quite good here. As they set up the stones, I've got to try to figure out, okay, which camera do I use for this one? Which one gets set up where? So they are coming from near to far. So we are going to have to do this. Near one goes to the far. I'm going to walk through all of my explanations on everything. And then the far one comes to the other side as well. Oh, let's do the near. There we go. And there we go. So we got the split. Stones are all set up. Anamik is going to be starting things off in the first for Nyan Curl. And here we go, folks. First stone of this evening. Really wide on this one. We didn't see that much curl in the afternoon match. This one feels also a little bit heavy. Think that might slide through the back with a little bit of help. Nope, hashtag John's wrong. Doesn't even get to just gets to the T line. So, what do you know? Starting off all out of order. But there we go. Verla with her first stone of the evening. We're definitely coming up that same side. They get a little bit inside of that yellow. They'll get a little bit of a tick and roll in. A little bit of a curl. It's starting to curl quite a bit. How's that one going to come in? Oh, that's going to be well inside of the yellow. Very nice stone. Sits right on top of the tee. Excellent stone there from Verla. Nyan Curl has their work cut out for them already in this end. Not allowed to take out yet, so this is going to have to put something, it's going to put some pressure on Pim to get this one right. Wait a minute. Why is this saying Anamik? Oh, I messed up. Okay, we'll change that in a second. I have the wrong order. I assumed Pim would be throwing first and last, but no. Anamik is throwing first and last. Pim bringing this one up around the outside, the opposite side of the one that just came in. Looking for some curl here. Looks a little bit heavy. That might go just past T. And ticks that red one, but not far enough to move it out of the way. Out of shot. Let's go up here. Let's change some stuff. Sorry for all of Dirk's fans out there not getting to see his shot, but let's get these correct. Right. Good to see that one come in. Sitting pretty nicely there. 3 stones for VeDi here early on in shot position. I think Pim might want to play some kind of takeout here. I can get 2 of them out of the way. Possibly even get a little bit inside of the nose and sit underneath a guard. So is an opportunity for Pim to clear things up here. Yeah, we'll look at the split view. See what he's aiming for as he gets his stone. Looks a little bit outside. It's got some decent weight. Yeah, Pim indicating it is outside. Catches in off their own and ooh, slides out just a little bit, but not a bad hit and roll. Maybe that was the actual intention, the intended shot. I was thinking they might have gone in and tried the double out, but that was not a bad effort. Unfortunately, is set up in a position that VeDi can tap their red one back. It's got some yellow backing onto it. They can run those out and still sit 3 shots. It looks to be okay. I'll try to tap it too far back, just enough to move that yellow out of the way. And it does. So looking at 3 for... nope, sorry, 2. Oh, maybe that is 3. That top red one's pretty close. I'm going to have to take a look. I have to check to make sure I'm not too many stones ahead. I might actually be 1 stone ahead. I'm going to be doing some technical stuff as well during this broadcast, so I might start messing around with the quality of the cameras just to... Because we've got one, that far camera, it's not quite as sharp as the near one. Trying to figure out if it's going to be a difference between settings or not, so shouldn't affect the broadcast too much other than me like not being able to use a camera while it's resetting. I'll try to do that stuff between ends. And I am too many stones ahead. This is Pim's last one, not his first, so... Or not his, not Amik's last. Him trying to get this one to curl over. Does not look like it's going to, and so it is going to tap one of the reds through, but the shooter is going to go away. And so VeDi with a draw for 3 here. Let's see overhead, possibly even 4 if they choose to tap this red back onto the yellow. They can move that far enough back maybe to get 4. I think that's what we're going to see here. Skips are not mic'd up tonight. I didn't have a chance. I wasn't here when they started warming up, and then Pim decided not to put them on, so I'm going to be guessing on a lot of things. It's going to be a hashtag John's wrong. But hey, then I get to hear myself talk and not have to second guess myself. So this one's coming. Opting just for the straight draw. This one needs to slow down. It's going to just go a little bit too deep, so... Oops. Oh, and that wasn't even hammer. I'm doing this all by myself. I get everything wrong. That was not even hammer. Now it's Amik's last stone, so... Nyan Crow with an option here. What to do. I think they're going to try to do the same. Draw in, try to keep it above the T line. Enemy indicating it's a little bit high. Might be even a little bit outside. The worst thing that would happen would be a nose hit here. Does jam that red one back onto the yellow. The yellow one's sitting quite open, and this is a hit and roll for 5. Opportunity for 5 here for VeDi. We saw that earlier this afternoon. Well, we didn't see it, but earlier this afternoon, Dirk played with his son on his open doubles team, the Team Hala, and they gave up a 5 in the first end, but managed to come back and played to a 8-8 tie with curling stones. So Dirk knows something about big ends and knowing that, hey, this isn't the, it's not a guarantee. Just because they're giving up a big end or scoring a big end at the beginning, there's no guarantee you're going to win. So, but if they do this, they will be sitting pretty and probably play a very, very defensive game, or at least risk-averse game. Let me make sure that's correct. There we go. All right, Fairley with a hammer. Oh, indicating it's heavy. Last thing they'll want is this to be on the outside. This could jam and knock one of these reds away. Oh, how does it go? Looks like it gets the yellow out. past the zone, and that is going to be three for VeDi here. That almost looked like that could have been really bad for VeDi, but you know, it worked it out. Scoring 3 to start. Good end from them. Oops. There's the super one. Okay, we're going to go there. Change cameras now, and then we're going to go here. No, I think I did that wrong. Yeah, we're going to start there. VAR was in the right position. Okay. I'm getting the hang of things here. We'll sort it out. So, as we see them getting set up for end number 2, VeDi leads Nyan Curl 3 to 0. Good opening end from VeDi there. Really took control of that. Some good stones to start things out. And so here comes. Got the wrong camera under control. There we go. This one looks a bit wide. Quite possibly a little bit heavy. Yep, that is going to go past that yellow. Pim's going to try to sweep this out. Not going to quite get it all the way there, but does move that one into the back of the house. Finding more and more that I need to get that scoreboard updated so I can click buttons. I can click fewer buttons when I'm moving through stones. I see Pim and Anamik opting for they time the first couple of ends. Let them try to figure it out before they go up there and start throwing, putting up a broom. It's kind of similar to how Pim and I play when we're playing as Curdia, our doubles team. We usually do the first end where we time the stones, first few stones of the end at least, and then we just get a feel of the speed of the ice. This one's going to carry deep. Is it going to tap that red one? They don't want to tap it all the way out. And I believe it is still in back there, so fortunate miss not to get penalized on the on running that red one out. Sweeping, trying to get this one as deep as they can. Fearless coming out to help, but I think this one's going to come up a little bit light of the of shot. Or hashtag John's wrong, because, well, there it is. It's right there. Comes in right on the button, or just biting the top of the button. Very nice stone from Dirk. Got to sweep it all the way to the end. There was one thing I was noticing this afternoon's match, during this afternoon's match, that the ice seems quite fast. So the stones look very slow, and they just keep on going. Pim can play the takeout here. This is the 6th stone at the end, counting the first 2 that start out in play. And Amik sweeping and Pim coming right out to help. So obviously they feel this one is going to, yep, you can see it kind of over curling. Going to try to let this one get past the guard, but it is not very heavy, so I don't think that's going to get deep enough into the house. But what do I know? Hashtag John's wrong again. Does get into the house. Not very deep, though, so maybe I was only half wrong. Oops. Didn't mean to swap cameras like that. So doesn't quite cover over that red. Fairly kind of looking at, hey, we can go one side or the other. Dirk's saying, let's come around the other side. Little adjustment with the broom position. Yeah, Tour. If it's me flying solo, nobody wants to see that on the main channel, so we hide it over here, so only the diehards are able to find it. We don't do very much in the way of promotion either, so... Oh, that's a fantastic stone from Dirk. Comes right in over the top, moves that yellow. Clicking that one for sure. Putting themselves in a strong position. Yeah, you're gonna hear me complain a lot, Tour, about how many buttons and things I have to click while I'm talking and controlling cameras. We have to automate some things sooner rather than later. So, Anamik setting up for the double. There is a double on these reds that could keep the yellow sitting shot. Needs to catch this one. This is going to have to a little bit of weight. Needs to get around that top guard, making sure it stays wide of that top guard. This one's looking a bit wide. Gets it going, jams it. Gets one out of there, but does catch on the yellow, so... But, as it is now, VeDi sitting shot. But, Nyan curl with 2. Yeah, let me know if you're hearing the clicks on my mouse. I'm probably using the noisy mouse. I should be using the quieter one. Because I know it does pick up on the things. Maybe find a job student. Yeah. We need to do that. Well, we had Brahm, but then, you know, he's busy with the new house and all of those things, so not always time to come out and help. Totally understandable. I've been there with the house and stuff. Lars is still technically a student, right? We could get him to do it, give him a job student. And granted, he's a medical student, so it's a little bit different kind of student, but... Throwing up a little guard here to cover things up. A little bit high, but I think Anamik could still... Or no, it's Pim's turn. Pim and Anamik can draw something around here, try to get something on the pin. There is still space. There is still that guard up in the center. I do have to comment that I think Pim and Anamik's uniform, I think Nyan Curl's uniforms are some of the best in the Belgian league. I don't know, something about the white with the rainbow across it. Very nice. Subtle but colorful at the same time. Oh, thanks for letting me know about the clicks. This one is going to be heavy and going through. Ooh, Nyan Curl struggling a little bit with the with getting the weights right. Oh, he's getting paid now? Oh, he's an actual doctor? Or I guess an intern doctor? I just realized I've got Pim's mic unmuted, so in the studio, so if I'm bumping anything, it's probably picking it up. That's probably why we don't see him curling that much and why you had to find a new partner for doubles this year. That makes a lot of sense. Hopefully he'll have time in the future to come back playing curling. All right, while they're discussing things, we'll do a little quick update over on the other sheets. Over on sheet A, well, see, that's the problem. Now I don't know who's playing what. Okay, over on sheet C, we'll start there because it's IDK in yellow versus SD Rocks in red, and IDK has started out with a pair of threes, so they lead at 6-0 in the third end over SD Rocks. And over on sheet A, Game of Stones opened up with 3 on their hammer against Michelle and Jose. So they lead at 3-0 in the second end. Looks like they're coming down to the last stones over there. Meanwhile, over here, after Pim and Verla took quite a bit of time talking about this one, Verla's getting ready to throw her last. This one getting around that guard. Is it going to have the speed to get where they need it to? I believe it is. Don't want this going too deep. But I think this one's going to end up right there on the pin. Really, really good shot. We're clicking that one. That's going to put a lot of pressure on Pim and Anamik to do something. Oh, he started with rugby. Okay, started again with rugby. Yeah, that's going to take up a lot of his time. Well, I hope he enjoys it. And yeah, everybody's using the threes so far tonight. We have threes in the first end on every match. Unfortunately, our big dumb backdrop prevents me from seeing the house over on sheet A as they're coming towards the near end. But I see Brecht throwing a takeout and sweeping it mercilessly. So trying to get something going there. Yeah, I think you're right, too. Excuse me. Clearing the guards probably would have been the better play. Now they're forced to play a very weird raise angle shot. Gonna be some weight. This will be clickable if she gets it. This is gonna be clickable for sure. Oh, 100% agree with you, Tur. This is a very, very low percentage shot. Oh, this one is going to be wide. And goes on through, so a steal of 2. Steal of 2 for VeDi. Gosh. I'm looking at so many things. It's like I missed who I'm talking about and what's going on and where's my pudding and my nap. So big steal of 2 there for VeDi, putting them up 5-0 over Nyan Curl here in the third end. Yeah, that was a really tough position to her. Nyan Curl really needed to play something away and didn't do it. So as we see Dir come down, stones are ready to go. Verla is in position to start things off here in end number 3. This one's going to catch that guard. Opens things up, so tough break there. That's going to help Nyan curl quite a bit. Gives him a clean shot at putting something there in the house to cover it up. Me quickly into spot. Has she got the right line? She kind of indicates it's a little bit heavy. So is this going to curl over like they need it to? I'm not sure there's that much curl at that pace, but look at that. There I am, wrong again. Starting to swing things over, but is going to be just a little bit off that center where they wanted it. And when Dirk is playing, I've got to be ready to go. He is always ready before the other stone even stops. Trying to curl this one over, but that's going to catch that red one as well. Hey, hashtag John's not totally wrong. Ooh, and sets up a guard for Nyan curl. Opportunity for Nyan curl to get something in and really guard that center area up. Really going to be looking at this one. Probably, I would be going for leaving it something near that red, yellow. Mid 12 foot, possibly even mid 8 foot. Trying to take away a little bit of a takeout, but you don't want to leave a hit and roll. Definitely don't want this one behind the tee line. Ooh, this one's a little bit heavy. That's going to tap it. Tap things over. Leaves it 2 yellows in the house sitting, or 3 yellows in the house sitting 3 shot, but that center one is wide open. It's going to be, and with that red guard there, hit and roll off to the edge. Dirk looking maybe just lie it in front of it. We're definitely not seeing as much curl as we had during the WCT event a couple of weeks ago. But that's the nature of the ice. You know, you've got to, when you have initiations on it, it gets worn through pretty quick. So some of that maintenance needs to be done again, but it's hard to when you've got volunteer ice makers. They don't have enough time in the day to always come and do the ice. No, I don't think that split of those yellows is terrible. Really going to see what happens here with this one. If this one has enough weight to it's curling over. Let's go take a look at it from the top. Oh, that's going to freeze. Very nice stone from Dirk. Very, very nice stone there. That is going to... but, however, now there is a freeze opportunity for Nyan curl. Freeze up against it. They'll be sitting on the pin. That could be... this is definitely a useful stone for them. Yeah, one side had some curl, the other side not so much. Yeah, not much really else to say about the about the ice right now. but everybody has to play the same ice, so you know we can't put it fully on the ice. It's going to make it harder to make some shots, that's for sure. I'm indicating it's a little bit heavy, but it's also a little bit... No, that's going to be all right. Yeah, it's going to tap those right away, and they're going to end up being exposed on the button there. Does move the red out further than all four yellows, so... VeDi and Dirk are going to have to be careful with their next couple stones. Try not to let them set up something big to get right back into this. There is still plenty of space to kind of hit and roll off to the side to kind of keep that red one buried, so... Looking at a hack weight, hit and roll over, get underneath that red. Tour calling a 5 house, betting his house on it. Oh, I love that. I love the boldness of it. Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that plays out. Is this one going to over curl? Oh, it does. Oh, it does. It catches that, rolls through. Wow. Did not see that one coming. That one kind of really turned over. Maybe been a little bit tight out of his hand. I thought it had the weight to kind of hold it straight, but woo-wee. That is going to be a big one for huge opportunity here for Nyan curl. You know, and still with all of their stones in play, this could be a... there's a 6 house potential here. I doubt it would happen, but there is a 6 house... Oops. 6 house potential here. This one come down, paying real close attention to the weight. That one's curling over a lot too. Gonna be a little bit heavy. Takes off, but kind of goes into a safe position. I don't think that's necessarily... It's not a great shot, but it's certainly not the worst thing in the world. But now VeDi and Dirk have to figure out what they're gonna do. I think if I'm in their shoes, they're probably going to try damage control. Probably hit and roll off that one in the center, get rid of it. Try to put the shooter off someplace, somewhere safe where it takes away some of those other yellows. Not an easy, and right now Tour, it's looking pretty strong for you. VeDi's gonna have to do something special with this one. Yeah, looking at this, we're gonna see, and there's a possibility that if she's off of the nose, it could jam either way if she's not far enough off the nose. So, yeah, they're definitely going to want to be left side and enough that it rolls out away from that yellow in the middle and that that middle yellow doesn't jam in the back. Oh, it's going to catch it on the nose. It's not going to roll over far enough. And so, opportunity for 5 here from for Annemiek and Nyan Curl. All they got to do is nose hit this red, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But these open hits, sometimes those feel like the worst. It's so easy to miss or to not get right. Something controlled needs to get the nose hit, so needs to get the good weight from Annemiek. This is to level the match. Calling for the sweep, wanting to make sure this one is okay. Looks good, looks good. Oh, is it going to catch? Oh, it jams. Oh, no. Tour has lost his house. Steal of 1 there, just kind of kept going, and I thought that was going to be right on the nose. Over curls. Steal of 1 for VeDi. They look like they were had given it up. And unfortunately, Annemiek just over curls for Annemiek and jams on their back one. Wow. Tough one there. Tough one there. You had to decide which side to go. Maybe coming around the other side would have worked better, because if it over curled, then yeah. Tour, you've lost your house. There is nothing else to say. You are a poor man now, or a homeless man now. I expect the keys here at in the stadium, or at the arena, the rink, whatever we want to call this, immediately. Oops, what am I doing here? Nope, I have the wrong camera controlled, so we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We're going that direction. Yes. We'll figure this out soon enough. Right, so Velo's going to start us off in the 4th after a steal of 1. Opportunity for Nyan Curl. Unfortunately, missed, kind of over curled, jammed, took away that option for 5, costing Tour his house. This one seems outside and heavy. It will just fly by the yellow and goes all the way through. So a little bit fast there for Fairla. As we zoom in onto where we're going. Swear jar tour. It even counts in chat. Actually, on this channel, it doesn't count. No swear jars on the do. Drop as many F-bombs in chat as you would like. You live on the streets. So all you've lost is a cardboard box. Fair. Fair. Dirk indicating this one's high, or he's doing a new TikTok dance. Something tells me it is not the TikTok dance. This one is going to catch that yellow one, though. But will probably slide out if Pim helps it out. Gets it out into third. See, Nyan Curl has switched over to placing the broom in place of timing. A bit more ice. Gonna sweep it to get it down. Looks pretty good past the guard. Is that gonna get deep enough? It's gonna just come up short of the house. Nope, just gets it in. Good enough, but still leaves a wide open draw path to the button from the other side. All right, so while Dirk's heading down, let's see if I can see some updates. All right, sheet C, IDK scored 1 in the third, so they lead it 7-0 in the fourth end over SD Rocks. I will give an update on sheet A in just a moment. Speed looks good on this one. Oh, I am incorrect. That's actually going to carry deep. Stirkstone goes long. That's going to leave Nyan Curl sitting 1. Does take out that shot in the back. Actually, I guess they were lying 3. So, but with everything behind the tee, pretty much opportunity for Nyan Curl to try to get something and take away that draw to the button. This one also looks a little bit heavy. Is that going to curl over? Is that going to stay above the tee line? It just goes deep, but does sit sit shot. So you're betting your second box on a 2 house. All right. I don't know what I'm going to do with all these cardboard boxes, Tour, but I'm sure I could put them to good use as long as they don't smell. But oh, this is Dirkstone. He was so fast. Oop, there we go. This one a little bit deep or heavy. Does tap it back. But now red sitting shot. Let's see. So while we're waiting for Pim to get down there, over on sheet A, Game of Stones has stolen 2 ends in a row. They lead it 5-0 over Michelle and Jose. And they're in the fourth end over there. That would be quite the result if that holds up. Game of Stones in their first season of playing doubles. Been playing some pretty good matches so far, so I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But we know Michelle and Jose tend to be a pretty good duo. Sweeping this one, trying to get it down. It's well past the guard, but is it got the weight to get to shot? It's going to come up very close. Very, very close. That one's going to take a little looking at. I think yellow is closer, but it's not obvious. Our camera is not directly over the pin, so there's always a little bit of a... It just happened. Oh no, my tool broke. Oh no, it didn't. Why did it turn off? That was weird. Don't mind me just talking to myself. I also missed it was Pim's stone, and now it is Fairla's last stone of the end. Very wise of you, Tour. I just noticed you didn't say who was going to score the two house. Very, very smart. Someone's a clever boy. This one, decent weight, but it's just going to be wide. Don't want this one too deep. Don't want to leave a double there. Not sure that there is a true double on this one. You learn from your mistakes. Yep. Good. Good. I'll put on my dad hat for a second and say, yes, that's what mistakes are for. They're for learning. Oh. And making sure Annemiek knows what she's doing. I think the tap back on the yellow would be the ideal play. On the nose, just enough to move that red one out of the 4 foot, and you're sitting 2. I think that red one just here in like the 5 o'clock position, I think that one's a little bit closer than that red at the 7 or yellow at the 7 o'clock position outside the 4 foot. So not sure there's a possibility to score 3 here. But 2 is on the cards. It feels a little heavy. All right, sir. Take it easy. Hope you find something delicious. Thanks for hanging out. Well, this one gets rid of the yellow. That was a little bit heavy, a little bit wide. We're going to have a dance off here. And yes, another box. That was 1, but I don't know for who. We'll see. Dirk is going down to put the score up on the far side, so hopefully that will tell me who, what, when, where. Nope, he's just going to set up the next stones for the next end. It was 1 for yellow as they're setting red on the hammer. So Nyan Curl is on the board. As they set things up for end number 5, Nyan Curl scored 1 of the 4th. They will be starting things off. VeDi leading 6-1. Make sure we get the right stones going. There we go. This is Anamik throwing the yellow and Verla throwing the red. This one seems a bit outside. Don't think that's going to curl over enough. Nope. Calling her off. Trying to get it deep enough. Yeah, it does have some curl on it. But not quite enough speed on that one. Good effort there. Still in a good position. And be useful later. Fearless sits at the ready, waiting for Dirk to come down and do his thing. Get ready to sweep. This one feels outside as well. A little bit too much ice. And a little bit on the heavy side. Might carry just past the tee. It will. Pim's going to try to help this a little bit deeper, and he does. Maybe, I'm thinking though, shouldn't have swept. Try to let that one stay close, keep that double set up. But they don't have a takeout opportunity just yet, so might as well get it past. So, hashtag I'm wrong as usual. Correcting myself, that's a new one though. The left side is open. They should be able to have a draw path in. Cleanly around the guard. Cleanly around that other one. Comes in through. Nice stone. Doesn't get around over onto the nose or the other side, but still a great stone there. That is going to be worthy of another look. Tur, I hope your next box is waterproof. I hear it just coming down in buckets outside of here in the curling hall. Fortunately, I am nice and warm and dry in the center, talking to myself, watching some curling. What a fantastic evening for me. One's gently gliding down, looking for that curl. Starts to go, and Dick's going to help it go and come down as deep as he can. Oh, this one looks pretty nice. Calling Verla off. Oh, that's beautiful stone right there. Excellent stone from Dirk. He's really been playing a good match tonight. Now there is a little bit of exposure there, so maybe a hack weight could get at that red and tap it through. Put yellow back into shot position. Not an easy one though. Although clearing out that guard at the top isn't necessarily going to be the worst play. Going to be a nice freeze. It's going to actually do quite well. It gets rid of that, taps the red away, gets it off the pin and behind the tee line. I still like that one. They're not sitting shot, but they are have second and third. Although now that red one is kind of tucked in behind that yellow. But that is their own stone, so Nyan Curl not looking too bad here, but I also think there's a big opening for VeDi to draw in here, put something back on the pin. This one's going to be nice. Comes right in on top of that yellow. But, yeah, leaves a pocket, though. You see Pim tapping his broom. Let's look at that. Red is still slightly above the tee line, so not a gimme here. It's around the guard. Where's that coming into? Is that going to be in the pocket? I think that's going to be just a little bit off nose. Or on the nose. Looks like yellow is lying shot, and there is a bit of backing there, so it's going to be hard for Fairland Dirk to get rid of this. To get rid of that yellow one completely. They might be content with just giving up one. They've got a 4-shot lead or a 5-shot lead. This would, give up one. Go into the next end with the hammer. Contemplating their life choices here. So while they're doing some discussion, let's take a quick peek over on sheet C. Oops. Camera control. See over on sheet C. Oops. Of course, Timo's standing in the way. IDK stole another one in the fourth, but SD Rock scored 2 in the fifth, so it is 8-2. IDK over SD Rocks. So we swing back over here. We see Dirk and Fairless still talking. So while they're still talking, Dirk, they have a plan. You can see over here. Oh, Game of Stones stole another one. They lead that 6-4 over Michelle Jose in end number 5. Meanwhile, over here. Oops, wrong stone color. There we go. VeDi lead at 6-1. Nyan Curl, strong position on the button. Just starting to look to cover this one up. Catches that guard. Is that going to swing out too wide? Yeah, it does. Gets kind of trickles into the house, but still leaves an opportunity for Nyan Curl to score some more, or to put themselves in a really strong position. So options here for Nyan Curl, trying to figure out what are they going to do. They do not have the hammer, so I think they're going to have to try to play cautious. But how cautious? They can't afford to tap that yellow one that's sitting shot straight back. That would leave, I think, put red in a shot position. Wait, no, it wouldn't. But it wouldn't help them nearly that much. So let's see what they do. This one has a little bit of weight on it. Not going to curl over, get them what they need. Oh, doesn't do a whole lot. Now it opens things up for VeDi. So now Verla has an opportunity to come in and score here. There's still an opening for the button. Nice little pocket for them to try to tuck it into. It seems like there might be just enough space to tap that yellow one, that shot yellow, back in that gap between the red and the yellow, but I'm not 100% sure. They don't have to move it very far to be first and second shot. So definitely a scoring opportunity. Multiple scores here for VeDi. Missed opportunity there for, well, potential missed opportunity there for Nyan Curl. I think that one was just a little bit heavy. Moved it a little bit too much. One has to have the right line, trying to get this to curl over. I think it's a little bit heavy. Going to be a little bit on the nose. And, oh, it gets the Swedish curl. Oh, wow. Wow. Gets that extra little twist into the middle to take the shot. What a steal from Verla there. Well, I guess not a steal, but yeah, takes that one away from Nyan Curl. They thought they had that one stolen, and that little twist back to the middle. Incredible. So Nyan Curl, I believe, going for a power play here. Oops, I did not give the point. Let's go back. Yeah, I gave the point. So correct. We are correct. So going into the sixth, VeDi leads 7-1. Nyan Curl opting for the power play. Power play on this one. I'm going to have to make that a button so I don't have to say that one all the time. I'll get it right once, record it, and then we'll have it. Get a little graphic going. Boom diddly boom, and that will be it. So Fairla's going to start it off for VeDi here. Power play, same rules as the standard, except the stones are picked to one side or the other depending on the team with the hammer's decision. They are opting for the right side. No takeouts until 5 stones are in play. So generally, if you do not have the hammer, you just play it straight to the middle. Looks like they are actually going to the outside, trying to freeze up against the shot stone. This one clears the guard and is going to freeze up against it. Taps it back just a little bit, and I believe red is sitting shot. Very nice opener from Fairla there. Nyan curl opting to draw around, wanting to freeze against it, but is this one going to get around that guard? No, it's catching a lot. That one curled quite a bit and just replaces one guard with another. That's a tough one there. I think I would have tried to draw something into the middle, get on that button, and then cover over it. But yeah, if you don't have the hammer and the other team's kind of frozen the way it does, it takes away that side stone. Maybe you kind of have to look at it. What do you do? Fairla looking for, indicating to Dirk, let's split the house. Let's go to the other side. And they could potentially force a hitting game, which does not benefit Nyan curl in the least. Although this is stone number 5, so it will allow them to hit it, but will that benefit them in any way? I don't think so. It is coming down. Cats and dogs outside. All nice and cozy and dry here in the curling club. I think freeze up against this red, the shot red, and try to work on it from there. Nope, was wrong. They're curling it the other way. This one doesn't get over wide enough, though, and a little bit heavy. That's going to go to the back of the house. It is sitting second shot, but it is well exposed. It's going to give Fairla and Dirk quite the number of options. Could be looking for the takeout here. Could be looking for a nose hit freeze. Even slightly off nose and rolling out underneath those other stuff. That wouldn't be necessary because it would take them out of shot position. Oops. I think just looking for a nose hit here. Oops, didn't need to see me there. Oh, gets the hit and roll off to the other side. Just gets... That might be biting, but I think that's out of the house. That would be why. I wonder if you guys are hearing that rain through my microphone. That is pretty loud. Pim indicating it's a little bit heavy. Thank you for indicating that again, Pim, just to make sure we caught that right. Yep, that one is not going to freeze up where they want it. And Dirk is going to sweep that one towards the back of the house. I believe that one is also no longer in the house, so we're looking at it from over the top. I think that one's far enough out that's not biting. Stones just have not been going Nyan Curl's way tonight. Just not the right weight. Erla and Dirk discussing where they're going to put this one. I think they're going to try to take away the draw to the button, so try to get something kind of in the middle there. Indicating it's a little bit on the heavy side. Trying to get this one to stop. Just on top of the button. Going for a hit and roll here. There is a double opportunity as well, but I don't know if that helps them that much. And quite likely, I think the that red there in the forefoot would jam on the yellow on the outside, and that would be the worst case scenario. So they're going to try to roll this one the other side. That middle red they're aiming at might also jam on that red on the outside, so precarious situation here for Pim. I think the most important is to try to get this yellow one into a spot where they can maybe score extra points, multiple points. You don't want to have the hammer on your power play and come away with nothing or only a single point. Oops. Nope. Nose hits, sitting shot, but out in the open, dead in the water. So this should be a fairly easy, and I always hate to use the word easy with some of these. It's straightforward, but these tend to be the worst ones. You kind of overthink. People tend to overthink them. But this should be able to get rid of this yellow one. Force Nyan Curl to 1, or with a miss, a potential score of 3. So let's see what Fairla does here with their last stone of this end. VeDi comfortably in the driving seat, so even a miss here is not going to hurt them that much. This one seems a bit wide. Did she fly by? She was waving at it to turn, and it just squeaks by. So opportunity here for Nyan Curl to do something. They can get 2 here. I don't think there's really a 3 because, yeah, if they go after that red one on the side, well, they actually can't. The way it is set up, yeah, there's nothing they can do here. Just need to get it on the nose, hold the shooter inside the white, and Nyan Curl will come away with 2. I hear Pim yelling twice, so probably just being kind of mean to his baby mama there. But that is 2 for Nyan Curl. Game's not over yet. You know, they're going to have to steal their way in, I believe, but not dead in the water just yet. Do you want that? And we change this, and this one's in the right spot. So hey, we're good to go. So Derek getting the scoreboard up to date. They never put the 5th end score up there, but after scoring 2 in the 6th, Nyan Curl is trailing VeDi 7-3. We are going in with another power play situation. VeDi calling for their power play on this one. They're going to try to put this match in the books. Score a couple on this one. Force Nyan Curl to shake hands. Let's see, how many they need to get? They need to get 3. 3 and the match automatically ends. 2, you're going to see a handshake, and if Nyan Curl doesn't steal, then it's this match is as good as over. So Animake's starting things off here. Be wide of the guard. And quite possibly a little too heavy. Yep. And I think that's just really been kind of the theme of the night. Nyan Curl just been struggling with their weights. Not really getting it where they need it to be. You know, these things happen. It is sadly a part of the game. VeDi looking to split the house here, put something on the button. Force Nyan Curl to do some work, but this one also a little bit deep. Tim's going to try to sweep this one through. There it goes. Oh, to me, see a little no-no there. That red that started out in the hammer position is lying in the wrong spot. That is supposed to be center on the tee line. That one's a little bit in front. But both teams agreed with it, so that is how it will be played. That's usually how it works. Pim indicating this one's heavy as well. Been kind of a theme of the night. We've seen them do the hand up quite regularly tonight. And yep, that one is going to... Well, it's not as bad as he wanted, but it just doesn't curl the way he thinks it does. Gets onto the tee line, but a little bit behind. 5 stones have been played, so VeDi well within their rights to just take it out. Looks like that's what they're going to do. They're just going to try to prevent VeDi or Nyan curl from having anything really to play with in the house. This one's curling quite a bit, though. Needs to make sure it catches it, but they lose it out. Lose the shooter. Not really that important for them. They just don't want to give up a big steal here, so they're just going to try to do their best to take away any opportunities that Nyan curl might have. Most important was getting that stone out of the house. So job well done. Originally calling for some sweep. Calling it off now. Seems like it's also a little too heavy. It's just going to not curl enough. And slides on through. Wow, just really unfortunate for Pim and Annemiek tonight. Just not getting it. Not getting the right speed tonight. And it's costing them dearly. Yeah, they're still not totally out of this match, or they weren't totally out of this match before they came into this end, but they needed to get things right, and unfortunately, they have not. Although this one from Dirk's going to be a little bit heavy as well. Annemiek's going to make sure this one gets out, and it does. So yet another attempt here for Pim to try to get something on this. They've got to freeze up against that that red. They have an opportunity to try to score anything in this end. This one finally looks like it has a decent weight, but is it going to be enough? That's a good stone there. Good finishing spot. You can just make it out there on the there, but there is space. There is room to get rid of it. And I don't think that the only thing that Dirk doesn't want here is it for it to jam, that yellow to jam on the red. So we want to try to get this one on the nose. Put a pace on this one, just making sure. That one actually does catch the jam. Not quite the right result. They thought that would have gotten a little bit more. I think they threw that with the weight to get that one on the nose. Just stayed a little bit outside. So opportunity here. Maybe they can set up a put up a guard, force a draw, maybe even steal. Pressure now falls to Annemiek to make something happen, and then hope for a little bit of help from VeDi. Honestly, they're gonna, even with a great stone here, they're gonna need some help from Fairla to miss. Needs to get inside the 8-foot. That's pretty close. They can double those out. That is going to be a possible double here. But honestly, don't really need much more than a nose hit. Slightly inside nose would be also okay. Pretty good stone there from Monamique. Does put some pressure on Fairla. But yeah, they would have liked that one up higher outside the 4 to force a draw. Now it's just sort of a draw with some backing. Come in from the inside out. At least that's my guess. We'll see if I'm wrong. Nope, coming outside in. But I think if they make this, I think we're seeing handshakes. If Fairla makes this, we're seeing handshakes. Who knows? I've been wrong before. Questioning why from this side, but really looking for some weight on this one. She pushed it outside. It's definitely got weight on it. It needs the nose hit. Oh, she pushed it outside. And a big steal of 2 there for Nyan Curl. We have got ourselves a match. Whoa, it's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen. Fairla going for the heavy one, pushes it outside a little bit, and gives 2 to Nyan Curl. So Nyan Curl can still steal this one. They've got to steal 2 to tie this up. 3 to win. VeDi just needing to keep the end small. So we head into the 8th end. VeDi leading 7-5. VeDi having the hammer here, but Nyan Curl with that big steal of 2 on a miss from Fairla. Is that going to change their mind? You know, put some doubt in their stones. Feels a bit outside and a bit light. It'll easily get around the guard, but I don't know if it'll have the curl to get in. And it's going to come up short of the house. Not, you know, it's been a kind of a running theme. I've talked about it before, but generally Nyan Curl has been heavy on their stones tonight. This time light. This time a bit outside. VeDi having the hammer, so they have all of the advantage here. Don't need to do anything cute. They've already got the winning stone in shot position. They just need to make sure that Nyan Curl doesn't do anything to get closer. But this one looks really, really nice. Is that one going to be right there? Oh, that's a fantastic stone there. We are clicking that. That is calm, cool, and collected from Firla. Great stone. Puts a huge, huge amount of pressure on Nyan Curl. There's still a bit of a gap between the stones, so they can still tap something back, tap this red one back and sit shot. But it's a game of not missing now for Nyan Curl. Calling for the sweep. It's well around the guard. Just needs to have that weight. Here it comes in. Looks pretty good. Oh, good follow-up stone there from Pim. Really, really good. Really good stone. They needed that one. Need to get there. Going to have to see what VeDi does here with their stones. Nyan Curl's not giving up quietly. Going down swinging. Trying to come back from the brink. Just as a quick update, over on sheet C, that match has been finished for a bit. They did not post the final score, but I am going to assume that IDK was able to finish that one, beating SD Rocks. This one curling over. Is this one going to get on the inside part of that yellow one? Looks pretty good. Taps it back. Oh, red is sitting shot. I think yellow is second. But pushes yellow behind the T line, so going to be hard to make that improve that one. So it looks like they're discussing a takeout here. If they catch that over on the out of the edge enough, they can double out those reds, possibly even triple them out. They'd leave their yellow one exposed, but would basically move all of those reds out of scoring. It's going to have some weight on it, though. Trying to give you an update on sheet A in a moment. I see a 5 on the scoreboard, so I have to wait and see what everything else is going on over there. Anamik immediately calling for a sweep. Pim hustling to get down there. She calls him off. All right, gets rid of one. Fortunately, that red one in the middle there is sitting behind a guard. And the only angle at it would put their yellow, the yellow sitting in second in a precarious position. So they might need to run this yellow guard back, run the center one back. think they're going to try to take this draw kind of away. See if they can actually take that run back out of play. I expect to see a guard kind of between the shot red and that guard up at that yellow guard up high. Weight's looking okay. That's going to get on top of that yellow. Very nice stone there from Dirk. That's going to be a tough play for Pimenonamique. They can still draw to it. They can absolutely just send a rocket down. They can... I don't know what they can do here. This is going to be a tough one. I should have marked that one from Dirk. All right, so while they're looking at this, we can take a quick look at over at the scoreboard on sheet A. And you can see that a big 5 house from Jose and Michel gets them back into this match. They are trailing 8-6 though. Game of Stones really putting up the pressure there. Over here, we've got an intriguing match of our own. Pimenonamique trying to figure out how they're going to be able to score 2. And to be honest, I don't know how they're going to do it. They've got one in the house sitting third shot, but it is behind the tee. There is a red one frozen up against it. So it is going to be very difficult to clear those out. You know, I'm kind of thinking run that center guard straight back, seeing what it does, trying to blow things up. But that would inevitably get rid of their one yellow sitting there in the house, but there's not really much to do. They hit this one on this red one on the side. They could actually move both of them reds out, but it'd probably move the yellow too. But who knows what's going to happen? But I think we're going to see Peel Weight here. My prediction: Peel Weight trying to get rid of both of these, both of those scoring reds, and hoping for a minor miracle. There's the weight. Needs to get around this guard, and it doesn't. Catches the guard. Oof. Not the worst result, but yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't do anything to help them. It's just going to allow VeDi to throw a guard up in there. Protect those two, protect the win. Yeah, those peels are tough. If you're just off a little bit, unfortunately, there's no fixing it. That one was just a little bit tight from the beginning. Derek indicating this one's a little bit outside. Starting to curl over. It's actually not going to be too bad. I think that's going to settle in right there in that pocket. Very nice stone. Really takes away any chance. I think that was kind of the nail in the coffin for Nyan Curl. Honestly, I think the previous miss, and looks like they have shaken hands. throwing in the towel. Nothing else they can really do with their last stone. So that is going to be it for tonight. Does it not let me shake hands? Oh, it does put up the X's. We'll put this down there. Boom. So there we have it. I'm gonna have to go back and check all of this stuff in. Let's see. Is Dirk going to earn some karma, put up the final score? I doubt it. He is probably just getting his gripper and will fling some stones back. But I do not think they're going to bother with the scoreboard. It's just throwing up an X. We already know that it's there. So let's come back to me flying solo tonight. Say goodbye. So, Nyan Curl struggling with their weight, struggling with that all night. Got a big break in the 7th. Unfortunately, couldn't take advantage of it. Falling 7-5 to VeDi. VeDi playing a really good game, really kind of keeping things in control. Yeah, not much really else to say. It's always interesting when I have to do everything myself. I feel the streams aren't quite as interesting, but anybody who tuned in and watched tour, thanks for chatting in that first half of the match. Appreciate you having you here. Appreciate anybody who even just watched and tuned in for a little bit. I'm going to get some content out of this. We're going to make some shots of the match. We'll get those posted. But that is going to be it for me tonight. Like, subscribe if you do that. Check us out on our other social media, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and of course here on YouTube. Like us on all those platforms. Subscribe to us. Do what you need to do. We love having you guys here. Oops, got the wrong microphone on. And yeah, that was it. Had a little fun. And I'm getting better with the cameras, I think, but there's still a lot to do for one person. So someday we'll get that right. But until then, bye now. Bye-bye.